What's up, guys? It's Tremor. I'm back, and this is Character Transmutation LLC, where we transform your character from lead to gold. I am the divine architect and the king, quantum alchemist, the one who transmutes all things into gold. On this episode, we're going to be talking about your energy is leaking, and here is why. Let's get into it. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be coming to the comments or thinking to themselves as they watch this video that you're right, I do have low energy. Like, I need more energy. How do I get it? This is how you get it, guys. You must get it through alignment. You must get it with truth, because that's your spiritual fuel, not your physical fuel. It's not food. It's a bit of food. Like, if you're eating poorly, then obviously your energy is going to be sapped away. If you're just eating poorly, that's rule number one, guys. Stop eating so much. Stop eating poorly. I'm just gonna cut that in, okay? If you're eating poorly, meaning you're eating meat, if you're still eating meat, you gotta stop. If you're eating a lot of refined sugars and processed food, cut that back or stop. If you're eating a lot of grains or a lot of heavy starch, cut that back or cut it off. You really should be eating, and I'm gonna talk about this in another video. It's a whole series I'm developing called the Kingdom Economics, right? The Kingdom Nutrition, okay? It should be 70% fruits, 70% fruits and vegetables, raw, 30% cooked. So we're talking healthy grains, fire fuel, quinoa, lentils, okay? We're talking bell peppers, onions, spinach, what we got, jalapenos. We're talking the good stuff. So you really should be at a 70-30% ratio. But if you're not doing that, that's fine. But if you have low energy, your number one cause is definitely going to be your diet. Definitely. But low energy is not always physical. That was the food part. It's sometimes spiritual. And the leak is happening in places you don't even see. This comes back to the awareness of self. You're not even aware. So let me help you. So what is the spiritual leaks? These are thoughts, patterns, misplaced focus, and unresolved loops. So certain thought patterns might be triggered through environmental changes. You get around certain people, or you get in certain places, and now your thoughts start looping into these low frequency habits. Watching a little TV here. A little TV becomes an hour, it becomes 2 hours. Eating a little snack here. That snack becomes a whole bag of chips. What a Twinkie? I don't know. I don't know. But it's not just the food, it's the energetic habit behind what you're doing. How are you using your time? Are you getting out into nature? Are you studying yourself? Are you journaling? Are you meditating? Are you practicing what you preach? Or are you out here just talking, just to talk? These spiritual loops hinder your focus to your divine purpose. Your focus should always be on your divine purpose, at least 75% of the time. Because it's your spiritual fuel. Remember, we talked about how service is your gateway to your divinity, as long as you're in your divine truth. Because it will reveal to you who you are. It will reveal to you what you're capable of as you step into your role servicing others. So you could be a healer, you could be a herbalist, you could be a watcher, you could be a priest, you could be a prophet, you could be a scribe, you could be a king. Any role that you have in place that the heaven has already ordained within you must be acted out in full. Only then will your lapse of focus stop, because you have an anchor. You need an anchor, and the purpose will be your anchor. So even when the external world is cloudy, chaotic, confusing, or just misunderstood, you have your anchor to fall back on and power through and reveal truth as you walk. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in the sauce, guys, and your spiritual power is going to start leaking. And then you're going to be wondering what happened when situations are not turning out in your favor. What happened is you lost focus. You're spiritually leaking. Okay? Next, how small compromises drain massive power. Guys, small compromises is draining you. Oh, maybe I'll just do a shortcut here. I said I'll do 2 miles, I'm gonna do 1. I said I'll go to the gym 4 days a week, I'm gonna do 2 this week. I said I'll change my diet and start eating healthy and cut off all of this, let's say starchy food, or, I'll stop eating fish or whatever it is you're eating. And then you don't do it. You just don't do it. You say you stop talking to that person because they're low vibration or draining your energy, and you keep it up. Guys, these compromises are not aiding to your spiritual growth. That's a spiritual leakage. The moment you become aware of something, and I'm speaking from straight facts, guys. The moment you become aware of something, it's up for you to make the decision. Heaven can't make it for you. Your mother can't make it for you. You have to choose as the sovereign being to act on these wisdom that comes from your intuition. That's why we talked about obedience. That's why you need faith, because you have to move when you don't see the outcome. You have to know that the outcome is good. You have to know the outcome is divine favor. You have to know the outcome is joy, is peace, is abundance. But if you're procrastinating and you're waiting on a sign further than what was already given, it's draining you spiritually. That's why your energy is low. You're in a space of in between. Either you all in or you all out. There is no in between, guys. Not in this life. No. There's no in between. And stop compromising, thinking that there is. Either you don't do the job or you're not. But when you're aware of the job, you have to do the job. It's to your benefit to do the job. Okay? The Most High pays. He pays very well. Next, reclaiming energy through alignment, not caffeine. So, check this out. You can drink coffee. Not a problem. I like a little coffee here and there, a little latte. But you cannot depend upon coffee as fuel. Alignment must be your fuel. And alignment will give you overflow. We talked about overflow in one of my short teachings. So alignment is of your identity. Are you walking in truth? Mind, body, and soul. Are you walking in accordance to the man or woman that the Most High ordained you to be? Now, if that's yes, then you have all the fuel you need, because you will receive overflow. That is an extension of your energy. It's identity based, and it allows you to do more. Not because you have to, just because you are capable of, because you can. It's a abundance protocol, because abundance is not just in physical things, it's in spiritual energy. It's in spiritual wealth. So at this very moment, no, I am not wealth materialistically. Not yet. But spiritually, I am wealthy beyond measure. Why? Because I'm operating in alignment and overflow. So I can keep doing this all day if necessary, because I'm living in my truth. It just flows like water because I'm living it, guys. I walk it, I speak it, I integrate it, and I walk it out. So you have to get to a point where your divine purpose is flowing like water. Only then when the spiritual leakage stop, because you're operating in such a higher frequency that the Most High will provide for you. Remember, provision is not just materialistic things. Provision is not just food, money, housing, shelter, and clothes. Provision is peace. Provision is presence. Provision is protection, clarity, right? Provision is revelation. That's what fuels the soul, that spark, because you're fired. You need to fuel the fire with truth. So alignment is the way, not caffeine. So wake up, hop in on the yoga, hop in on the meditation, get you a little tea, or just get you some water, do a workout, and boom, hop into your divine assignment. That will give you the energy for the day. Now, last one, how to seal the leaks without burning out. So this is not a matter of fixing everything in your life all at once and trying to bring it all in alignment and just, giving up everything and starting over immediately. No. You want to taper off. Okay? You want to taper off. So it was a long time when I was smoking. When I was smoking heavy, I tapered off, guys. I went from 3 times a day to 2 times a day to 1 time a day. And then I got to a point where spiritually I was strong enough to just cut it off completely. And I have not looked back. I have not looked back at all, guys. But that might be different for you. So don't beat yourself up if you can't just stop a bad habit all of a sudden. It takes a lot of spiritual strength to do that. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of knowing to do that and trust. So I'm not telling you to just jump off. That might be the protocol for some, though. If you've been sitting around for too long and you like, man, I need to get in the game, you need to drop it immediately and not look back. Deal with the consequences of your actions. But if you've been doing a whole lot, you have responsibilities, and you can't just like take a pause on quote unquote life, fine, taper off. Make a strategy and stick to it. And know that the true you, the real you, is on the other side of you giving up these vices. That's how you start sealing spiritual leaps. You start with the vices. If you have a vice, it's things that's pulling you away from presence. It's things that are pulling you away from your divine assignment and making life comfy, if you will. You have to start there. Cut those off completely. And then your energy will return back. With every vice that you cut off, you regain back spiritually. You regain the energy back. Why? Because where your attention goes, energy flows. That's the basic law of the universe. So if your attention is on your divine assignment, it's going to multiply. If your attention is on low vibrational habits, it's going to multiply. You cannot have both. There is no balance in this, guys. It's you're all in spiritually aligned with the Most High, or you're not. Now, there's grace, there's mistakes, and there's obviously space to walk and pleasure. I'm not against pleasure. I like chocolate. I'm not against it. But right now I'm on a 7-day fruit fast. Discipline. You must be able to enact the discipline. Boom, like that. Otherwise, you become a slave to the pleasure, and now you're back in the flesh, and you're back at square one. You don't ever want to come back, and you can't come back anyway. So you might as well let go of the vices one by one and start sealing these spiritual leakages. If you want more energy, you don't have to give up something. You don't have to sacrifice. You're going to have to make an offer to the Most High. And that offering is these low vibrational habits. So if you're really ready, I'm offering my 4-week coaching program, guys. It's just 4 weeks. You get a 10-minute call with me every single day. We're gonna go through your day. We're gonna point out the blind spots of your spiritual leakages. I'm gonna give you the quantum provisions worksheet. I'm gonna give you the quantum morning routine to align you with your identity. I'm even gonna toss in the 4 levels of responsibility, because these are conscious levels that you must transcend if you want to reach the quantum field. You can't stay where you're at, guys. You must take responsibility. You must take control of your environment, of your mind, body, and soul, and you must move with the determination and the will of a spiritual guru, of a spiritual master. That's you. So if you want that program, click the link in my bio or DM me Mindset 4, and we're going to get you rolling so that your identity is not something that just comes and goes. It's something that stays. And if you really want your energy to come back, you have to shift your awareness and shift your focus and attention on what really matters. My whole motto now is, I handle the precision, heaven handles the provision. You got to get there, guys. And then you can go, from lead to gold.